If you're experiencing redness, super sensitivity, inflammation, even small breakouts, and no matter what you put on your skin, it's itchy, red, and stingy, you probably have a damaged skin barrier. And I'm going to show you how to repair that in today's video, so help is on the way. Well, hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're new and not familiar with who I am, I'm Chris. I'm a skincare expert. I'm here to help you find skincare that will work for you, not empty your wallet, and not do more harm than good. So if that sounds like content that you're interested in, please be sure and subscribe. Hit that little notification bell so that you know when my new videos are out every single week. Today we are talking about a broken, damaged, weakened skin barrier. Very common problem. So the skin, everybody's skin, has a complex set of barriers that are designed to help protect it from the environment, from irritants, and all the crazy stuff that we do to it. The first of which is the acid mantle, and this is the acid or pH balance maintained in the skin layers to help protect the skin from infections, from fungi, not a fun guy, but fungus, also from bacteria, viruses, infections. And when this mantle is out of balance, we often see a lot of irritation, inflammation, even acne, rosacea, psoriasis, flare-ups, and breakouts. There's also the lipid barrier, which is comprised of the oil, sebum, lipids, which are fatty acids that we produce that help lubricate the outer layers of the skin, help maintain that balance in the acid mantle, and also with moisturization. So think of that as a layer of fat or waxy fats that we produce that actually seal the skin from the outside environment. And then there's the moisture barrier, which we almost all of us address with moisturizers. That is what helps maintain the moisture levels in the outer cellular structure of the skin so that cell replacement is healthy and ongoing. And that important hydration from things like hyaluronic acid, squalene, and those oils from the lipid barrier help maintain moisture balance, help the skin reproduce healthier skin cells, and also protect it from the environment, allowing the other two barriers to work better. Kind of like the walls of a fortress. No, exactly like the walls of a fortress. And whenever something happens to one or all of these barriers, the skin surface then becomes weakened and susceptible to irritation, sensitivity, also inflammation, and infections. And it's a very, very common thing to have happen. If you've ever had a sunburn, you've had a damaged skin barrier. So how does this happen? Well, besides too much sun exposure, things like face washes, body washes that are too alkaline in nature, too much exfoliation, too much skincare products or an overzealous skincare routine, allergies, irritants, pollution, and even the environment you live in if it's too dry or too humid. Any or all of these together can cause this condition. Well, number one is to simplify or adjust your skincare routine to just a very few steps, starting with your cleansers. Skin's pH is usually around 5.7, but many cleansers out there are 3.2 to 8.7. So it can really impact your skin in a negative way, especially when it's already irritated. If your skin feels dry, tight, squeaky clean, or has a lot of shine to it after you've used your face wash, then your face wash is changing your alkaline ratio or your pH too much and stripping too much of the natural oil away from your skin. You never want it to feel tight like that. That means that product is not for you. You need one that leaves your skin feeling moist, refreshed, and hydrated. Yes, it's going to feel clean, but it really does need to feel balanced, moist, and hydrated. Very, very important. When you use these other types of cleansers, the acid mantle gets out of balance, and that's what leads to that dry, textured area of the skin, flakiness, redness, and it can contribute to things like acne breakouts as well. Now, there are a lot of cleansers out on the market, and I've recommended many on the channel. Aveeno has a sensitive skin face wash that's very, very good. So does Simple's brand, Kind to Skin face wash. It's a great, very simple glycerin-based face wash. You want to stay away from face washes that have sulfates. Sodium lauryl sulfate is usually what you see on the label. You want to stay away from those. Also, Physoderm has a pH balancing cleanser, as does Cetaphil. All four of these, great choices. They're inexpensive, but they will help rebalance the skin's pH. Now, it's important to understand When you have a damaged skin barrier, you may only need to be cleansing your skin once a day, and it's important that you do it at night so that you get rid of all of the oil, dirt, bacteria, and pollutants we pick up during the day. But if you can get away with it without extra oiliness, then once a day cleansing in this case, when you have a damaged skin barrier, is perfectly fine. Next, we want to help restore the skin's lipid barrier. That means we want to take things out of our skincare routine like glycolic acid, lactic acid, salicylic acid. We want to put those aside for a while. Spot treaters, spot correctors, any of those things that are super strong actives, vitamin C serum, same thing, retinols, all of that out of the skincare routine until we get our skin back to a normal state. So anything that you're putting on your skin that you have a reaction to, like redness and burning, you want to take that out of your skincare routine. To help replace these lipids, there are some really great plant oils like almond oil, safflower oil, jojoba oil, rosehip oil, and especially borage oil. All of those natural plant oils, and you want them to be natural plant oils, can really go a long way to help resetting the lipid layer. The other thing that we want to use are products that contain pseudoceramides. Now, ceramides are the waxy lipids that your skin produces anyway in the stratum corneum, which is the outer layer of your skin, to help protect it and seal off those irritants and environmental stresses and hold moisture in. By using products that are full of ceramides, you can actually replace those and almost bring the lipid layer back, or the lipid barrier back to normal. Now, there are a couple of products that I really like to recommend for this. First is Aveeno Skin Relief Intensive Moisture Repair Cream. And this is a formulation that is made with oat extracts and oat flour, so it's very, very soothing to the skin. At the same time, it's packed with ceramides to help rebuild that lipid layer. Also, it's fragrance-free, which is very helpful, and it can be used anywhere on the body. The other product is one that you've probably heard about, and that's CeraVe Moisturizing Cream. That cream is designed for extremely dry skin and lipid barrier issues. It too is fragrance-free and packed with ceramides. It does work very, very well all over the body. Again, you can use it anywhere. Both of these are very inexpensive, but super effective products in repairing that lipid barrier. That leaves the moisture barrier, which often in the case of damaged skin barriers or damaged skin, just think of all that moisture evaporating out into the atmosphere, kind of like Mars. So that's very much what happens. Because the other two, the acid mantle and the lipid barrier, are not working properly, your skin is not retaining moisture as it should. So it's very important to apply a product that has glycerin, hyaluronic acid, or even in this case, petrolatum. You want something that's going to help seal in moisture. Petrolatum will do that, as will glycerin, which is a natural vegetable glycerin that's very soothing to the skin and very hydrating. And then hyaluronic acid, which you've probably already heard about, can hold 1,000 times its molecular weight in water. Very important that you have something on the skin that is pulling moisture from the air and applying it to the surface cells. We want to hydrate those surface cells so that they can plump up again and kind of create that fortress to hold all of the nutrients, moisture, and oils into the surface of the skin so it can repair itself. Now, hyaluronic acid in particular is something the skin produces anyway, so I want to say it is well tolerated across skin types, but if you live in an arid region, you need to be sure you're using hyaluronic acid in a moisturizer like Neutrogena's Hydro Boost for extra dry skin, which is what I recommend for everyone with this problem. It's a water gel cream, which means it's water, glycerin, and it's packed with hyaluronic acid. So your hyaluronic acid isn't having to reach out into the atmosphere and bring moisture, because the moisture is already in the formulation. It's also fragrance-free, which again, a big problem when your skin is on fire because the skin barriers are broken or weakened. So again, cutting everything out of your skincare routine, all those acids and treatments, with the exception of using a very gentle pH balancing cleanser, a moisturizing ceramide cream, and a hydrating moisturizer for your moisture barrier, can really help you repair this problem and calm your skin down in 1 to 2 weeks. It does take a while, and it's important to be sure that you go a few days beyond when you feel like your skin is back to normal. You don't want to start throwing a bunch of skincare products back on your skin. You want to add them in and introduce them one at a time every 3 to 5 days, monitoring how your skin is doing as you add them back in, because you may find 1 or 2 of those products was actually the culprit in the problem in the first place. Now, it also goes without saying during this process that you need to protect your skin from sun exposure. And I'm going to recommend to you that you use a mineral sunscreen. There are a ton of them out there. I'll put my recommendations below in the video description box, along with these other products that we talked about today. But sun protection is super important. Ultraviolet light on your skin during the healing process is not helpful at all. It's going to cause more irritation and take your skin longer to heal. So very important. Chemical sunscreens, the problem with them, besides the fact they're not good for you or the environment, is that many of the chemicals and the other ingredients in those products can be irritating to your skin as well. So it's going to exacerbate the problem rather than help you. Now, I hope today's video has been helpful on how to address a broken or damaged skin barrier. If it was helpful, please be sure to give the video a like and comment below and let me know if you've dealt with this problem and what you used and if it helped you or not. I really like to know it, and it helps everybody else that reads the comments. Also, be sure and check out my videos coming up next, because they can help you get the perfect skincare routine for your individual skin type, giving you the best skin ever. Thank you guys so much for watching and supporting the channel. I really appreciate it. Love you. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you over on the next video.